Hello, Namaste to everyone. Welcome in our online class organized by South Point English Boarding School. Today, me, Silal Mahto, on the topics of tense. We know very well to develop the language, there play the two important matters. Those seems to be vocabulary and grammar concept. If you have high knowledge of vocabulary, if you have well command of vocabulary, and if you have the perfect concept of grammar, you can speak any language perfectly. That's why it reveals that has the various grammar concept. Tense plays an important role which covers conditional clause, voice, narration, track, transformations, and so on. It reveals that tense is one of such the grammatical items which makes the speaker fluent in reading and writing. Now, as we interest toward the tense, now here tense is a form of a verb. A form of a verb means whatever V1, V2, V3, V4, V5 you have well knowledge about this comes under the tense. So V1, V2, V3, V4, V5 those all comes under the tense. Whereas we feel a little bit confused. If the form of a verb is called tense, then what is called time? So time, now time, here meaning of a verb, meaning of a verb, meaning of a verb, meaning of a verb, yes, meaning of a verb is called time. So the difference between tense and time is just different. V1, V2, V3, V4, V5 the formations of verb are examples of tense, whereas what it means, what the actions is, the meaning or what represents its for, in what condition it is. If we interest toward the deep way of its sense of the sentence comes under an example of time. We know very well that by the form of a verb, could you help me? Now my students, let's see. It is suppose a sentence. Now what it reveals? It reveals that could you help me? Could you help me means taking a little bit some help from others in the polite way. But it has not been completed. But if we interest towards it, could is the V2 of can. It means it is past tense. Past tense. But the result is what? The result is in coming. So future time. Future time. My dear friends, my dear viewers, if you are confused, I'll make you clear again. Tomorrow is Saturday. Tomorrow is Saturday. So at the tense, it is present tense. So present tense. But what it means? Tomorrow is Saturday means coming day. It reveals that it refers to the future time. Now here, past tense, future times, present tense, future times, letters the chairman is about to resign. It reveals that is about means present tense, and about to resign means has not resigned, so it's future time. Now, it reveals that the tense is once and the time is differs. The tense is once and the time is differs. The tense is once and the time is differs. In others, we can clear the sun rises in the east. Let's see. Now, rises in the east. Rises is present tense. Present tense. But let's see its meaning. If we interest toward the meaning, the sun rose in the east in the past. The sun rises in the east in the present. The sun will rise in the east. Rises in the east. It reveals that present, past and futures is representing the same meanings, nothing different. That's why it's a universal truth. So the time comes present time, past time and future time. The another sentence makes it clear. Milk is white. Milk is white. The previously the speaker were saying milk is white. Present speaker is saying milk is white, and coming speakers too will tell milk is white. It means in past too the conditions of milk was white. In present it is white. In future it will be white. So it reveals that the tense is present tense, but the time seems to be different. Present time, past times. In past too it was same. In present too it is same. And in future too it remains same. Now, by this it reveals that meaning of a verb. If we interest toward the sentence below the two sentences, of course it makes you clear. Meaning of a verb means what it reveals, what it means. It means that earlier same was distance to and coming the two, but the tense seems to be it is V5. So subject plus V5 plus object is represent the present tense. Now it says that the tense is to divided into three parts. Present tense, past tense and future tense. Same on. Time is divided into three types. Present time, past time, future time. Time is universal. Universal concept, whereas tense changes according to the changes of the time. Changes according to the changes of the time. Changes according to the conditions of a time. This is the difference between tense and time. Time is the form of a verb. Tense is the form of verb. Tense is the grammatical concept. Tense goes one after another according to the form of the verb, whereas time is non-grammatical concept. It is universal concept. It does not remain same whatever the time tense goes on. It depends upon the meaning of a verb, of a group of sentence, of any tense. So time, verb of a verb, meaning of a verb, form of a verb. I hope you have been clear with the difference of tense and time. Now let's interest towards the tense form of a verb. I mean to tell that we are clear about the form of a verb. We know very well there are numerous verbs which we are using in our daily timetables. So let's interest some of the verb, form of the verb. We know very well V1, V2, V3, V4, V5. Now, as we interest toward the form of verb, I make you clear about the action verb. Action verb, which is called principal verb. Actually, all those except auxiliary verbs comes under the action verb. Means some of the auxiliary verbs two comes under the action verb, which reveals the action. Now let's see. Suppose I have written here play. The B2 will be PLAYED play. The B3 will be written PLAYED play. The B4 will be written PLAYED play. B5 will be written plays. It mentions as something is changed in forming V2, V3, V4, V5 from the root form V1. Okay, next one seems to be taught, teaching, teaches. Next one seems to be dance, danced, dancing, dances, speak, spoke, spoken, speaking, speaks. Now my viewers, let's see. Somewhere I have made forming B2 and B3, adding ed, d, somewhere totally changed. Somewhere ed, in somewhere d, somewhere t, and somewhere totally changes of the forms of verb. It reveals that this the concept reveals the form of the verb totally differs. I mean to tell that if we interest toward the tense is divided into three parts: simple present tense, past tense, future tense, and by these ones it reveals that these the various of the forms is used in the various structures of the tense. So, like how we can make it ed, or what type of verb comes under ed, what type of verb comes under ing, what type of verb comes. Okay, yes and yes. My dear students, let's see. The action verb is divided into two parts. One seems to be regular verb, and next seems to be irregular verb. The verb which is formed adding ed, d to make V2 and V3 in the root form is called regular verb. Whereas the verb which is changed in the varieties of the form without any rule comes under the irregular verb. Example seems to be a spoke. Speak of B2 seems to be spoke. Example seems to be ate, eaten. So these are the irregular and regular verb. And let us, what type of verb comes under ing? The verb in which there is ing added, it comes under the before. It is called present participle. And the B3 comes under the past participle, and we know very well it is singular present tense. It is singular plural present tense of verb. Now I am going to stop it here. Later I will continue in next part. Thank you.